Holla Pete's is your girl Schree reporting live for SchreeTV, waiting for the verdict to come down and the gavel to slam onto the desk and tell Jodi Arias she is getting death.
They can ask questions. They can ask questions if they want to. Okay, so it's very similar to the previous deliberations where they do have this option to say, hey, we've got a question about something, Mike. Thanks for the update, King.
That's right. People that don't even believe in the death penalty are like, yeah, go to death.
Let's get back to Jodi Arias.
That's it. Stoning in the public square.
One of the main questions, and we just talked about it, not only are we astonished that it happens, but, hey, Jodi, why do it in the first place? Here she is again with Amy Murphy of KNXV.
Why are you talking to the media on the...
Yeah, why is she talking to the media? Shut the fuck up.
Her life.
You know what I'm saying?
My agenda at this point is to bring awareness to domestic violence because I feel like, I mean, I'm here for my own bad choices.
I'm gonna have to do my fitness here.
I'm also here because of that. If I could say
waiting for homegirl.
People to document what they go through, because if I had documented what I went through, there would be proof of it. And that's one of the big issues in my case is that there is no
I love you guys.
physical proof.
I really love doing SchreeTV for y'all.
That's just something we did.
And the numbers are showing that you guys love it too. So we having a love affair. Holla. Hey, wasn't that a movie? Love affair.
I was probably willing to do anything for him. From the outside looking in, the world looking at Jodi Arias at this point, they think that you love the attention. You've allowed us to do interviews with you on the eve before this.
Jodi Arias had to have her makeup on. She had to have her hair did for her interviews.
Not this kind of attention. Not the kind of attention that I receive. Well, I'm not really aware of the attention. I'm very
I.
And so, I mean,
she is the woman with all the eyes.
Tell me about that. What kind of support? Hundreds and hundreds.
There's my lighter in my pocket.
Right now, that I don't even think that it's logistically possible to respond to everyone. What are they saying to you? There's an example of, you know, how I go down the street. Jodi,
I can give baby her lighter back.
I'm in your corner, or the best ones are when women write me and say, I was in a situation like yours before, and I totally understand, or thank you for your testimony. I've left the relationship that I was in because of what happened.
Her eyes just look blacked over, Jodi Arias, like a vampire or something. She is scary. She's sad.
Help us out here. For all that are not lawyers, what kind of instruction will be read at this point? It would often depend upon what the jury is going through right now. I mean, do we know whether or not the jury had a question, number one?
I'm letting my sweet love sleep in.
Do we know whether the jury needs to be aided or assisted?
Although I do miss her when she's sleeping.
Predicated upon that information, we could then answer
I want to go wake her up.
But just one quick thing, Mike, if I may.
I really do.
You know, it's interesting in that interview that Jodi Arias says that she doesn't like the attention, but then she gives a dozen interviews. It's interesting in the interview that she talks about I was a dumb girl. Well, you can make your own assessments about how she is now as a lady. It just doesn't make sense, any of the things that she's saying or doing. Furthermore, Mike, and finally, you see that...
I mean, that 19-minute speech she gave, we played it in its entirety on last night's show. So if you didn't hear it, you can go to last night's show and listen to it. Just go to SchreeandBaby.com and click the blog talk widget, and it'll take you there. I mean, she had such a flat East affect. She didn't give a damn. She was just reading. Oh. We might have a result right now. Kurt and Ernie's wearing that big old pink shirt with a purple tie hanging over his belly. Uh-oh. It's quiet up in that joint. Everybody's standing up.
So the jury has left the courtroom. Is there anything else? No. All right, thank you. Just so we're clear, Mr. Martinez, you're in the building somewhere. Yes. And Mr. Murphy, do you plan to stay close by, or are you going to be for the rest of today?
Now they're approaching. Damn. I know. You know what the judge needs to say when they say, can we approach? No. You may not approach. Don't even come up to my podium. I'm tired of looking at y'all. No approaching. Good God Almighty. Every time you turn around, they trying to approach. What is this, the approach case? Damn. Shit. Make a sister want to knit. Where's my knitting bag? Hold on a minute, peeps. I'm gonna go get my knitting. Enjoy the fuzzy posters. I'll be right back. Popping back in the frame. Okay. Wait, I think they're not as sidebar anymore.
She might one day walk the street, and that is a big issue for him if she does get the death penalty, because that's going to be a large issue on appeal, and so I think that's what this was about.
Okay,
look, y'all.
And that brought on a series of objections. I mean, Jennifer Wilmot was jumping up a lot during Juan Martinez's closing, actually.
Oh, yes, she had to, because if you don't object during something like that, then you can be rendered later ineffective. And so in order to preserve the appeal, you've got to make an objection every time the prosecutor says something that's objectionable. And I think that she was doing it for two reasons. I think she was doing it, one, to preserve the record, but I think, two, she was doing it to mess her flow up.
And again, as Ashley's talking there, and I'm looking at my monitor, Jodi Arias just chatting away there. She's smiling. Is she confident if they're talking about a life sentence, trying to delineate that? Does she think at this point she may get life from that jury? Well, the deliberations continue. We are on verdict watch. And again, breaking news from the courtroom as we see this. Joey Jackson, just your comments on Jodi Arias' demeanor.
Verdict watching.
Listen, I would have to tell you, I think Ashley would agree and you would agree, Mike, if we were in a situation where our life was going to be taken, I think that a smile and a laugh and talking to anybody would be the last thing on my mind. I know we all deal with stress differently. I know we all deal with issues that affect our lives differently. But if you look at her demeanor, her comportment, I just think she's on some other plane that I just don't get, I don't understand, and I don't think I ever will.
I agree, Joey. I mean, I think that it's very disturbing, her demeanor. But I think it's pretty typical of Jodi, and I think it shows that she does most likely have this personality disorder that they've talked about, because she's able to just disassociate from the seriousness of what's going on right now in her life.
Hey, Ashley, let me stay with you here, and we've talked about jury deliberations, what they could be thinking about. Out of all that went on yesterday, especially in court, we'll not talk about the interviews right now afterward, but what's the best thing that Jodi Arias did, or that Jennifer Wilmot did, that potentially could save Jodi Arias' life?
The best thing that Jodi did was deflect off of her to her family, because the jury hates her. They are not going to want to spare her life for her. But they don't necessarily hate her family. Her family hasn't done anything, and her family's not on trial. So it was very smart of her to deflect that and say, don't do this to my family, because we all know that they might want to do it to her, but it's a lot harder for them to do it to her family. So I think that that was very powerful.
Joey, I was in that courtroom yesterday, and you see Jodi Arias talking right now. That's the way she is. I mean, it was nonstop talking with Jennifer Wilmot, the mitigation specialist as well. So again, I don't know the defense strategy. I'm not pretending to say that I do. But when people say that she's got a strong voice in her defense and potentially could be running the show, hey, I believe it. Hang on just a second. We got Beth Karras with us. Beth, can you clarify what's gone on here? What was the topic of the instruction there from the judge to the jury?
Okay, yes. Well, first of all, it appears like that the jury had not started deliberating yet today, but it's fair to say they are now deliberating. We'll clarify the exact time in a few minutes. The judge brought the jury in the courtroom without letting the media in there, except our Grace Long did get in there. But
Jodi Arias sure is chatting it up with her lawyers now. The jury is in fact now deliberating. They're in their room.
An instruction on the definition of life in prison, and then the attorneys on each side have to argue what that means. And Jennifer Wilmot, for the defense, said there's nothing in place with respect to this case, which would allow Jodi Arias to ever get parole.
Shit's about to hit the fan now.
Life with parole after 25 years, which is an additional 20 years beyond the 5 she's already done. And it is a fact
She will be paying the price, everybody.
Verdicts went down once there was an alternative life without parole.
Now, you know what? Charlie Manson got more friends than Jodi Arias. I mean, he got fans and everything. People writing him letters and shit.
Okay, then it's that. In any event, that's what they wanted, an instruction on life, and each side argued about it. Now, the details of the argument I don't have beyond what I just told you, what Jennifer Wilmot said.
Got it. And backtrack for us here, Beth, for just a second. So, if the jury comes back with life, then it's up to Judge Sherry Stephens to give life with or without parole. It's up to the judge, right?
And she would do that in 4 to 6 weeks. That's her decision, and that's what the lawyers argued about. I'm sure, although I didn't get to hear it, that Martinez said, look, there's a chance that she could be out after 25 years. Of course, she's done 5 already. And Wilmot gets up there and says, but there's nothing in place in this case which would ever guarantee parole. Actually, people have told me that she probably would never get parole, but that's not a guarantee. 20 years down the line, who knows?
Okay, and Ashley Merchant made this point, Beth, that it was wrong of Juan Martinez to basically lay that before the jury in his closing, that potentially she could get parole. Was he wrong in that? And of course, Jennifer Wilmot objected.
Oh, if they give her parole, I'm just gonna pass out. Right on SchreeTV, just
didn't do anything that's not allowed, or he felt he needed to do.
Pass out.
If he didn't do it, maybe it would have come out. Well, actually, let me take that back. The jurors knew this already from their questionnaire. The foreword, the beginning of their questionnaire they filled out in December, laid out what this case is and the possible sentences. So I don't think this was news for the jury. He may have gotten that, and he emphasized it again, but is it wrong? I highly doubt it.
Okay, and last quick
maybe I'll do my nails. Oh, we're over 12 minutes. I love y'all. We'll be back more with some more SchreeTV coming right at ya. Love you guys.